the Magic of Joy channel. Today, I want to discuss how we can get rid of so much of the pain we're living with that we don't need and we do not have to have. There are many reasons why in the human world we create pain. A lot of it comes from our need to survive against big odds, but not all of it. And the first topic that we will discuss is control. The easiest way to create problems and to be in pain is to try to control that which can't be controlled or should not be controlled. And unfortunately, we humans have been using control as our objective for a very long time. Control has its benefits. When you have good control, you can focus on your pressing and immediate concerns. You can be present to what needs attending to. It's a skill that lets you get things done. However, it can become a problem when it becomes something else. Control as a strategy is used when it's perceived that there is not enough of something. It can apply to material needs as well as personal characteristics. Certainly for early humans, there were huge needs and not enough knowledge and resources to meet them. So control was an important way to set limits or boundaries, as we would call them now. The vulnerability was great. As you can well imagine, if you try to put yourself in the shoes of early humans who had little in the way of food and other resources to survive. Control has also been used as a social agenda when certain aspects of our human nature have been seen as dangerous or to limit groups perceived as dangerous. The key is the perception of danger. For the longest time, the feminine has been treated as dangerous. Women have been treated as dangerous to men, a distraction, a burden even, since men have been encouraged to develop hard warrior skills, suppressing their softer qualities. All aspects of ourselves have value and serve us. However, when we reject them, they're unavailable when we need them. We lose so much when we compartmentalize inappropriately. We lose connection with all of our natural intelligence that shows up in emotions and sensations as we go through life. It's really our intelligence that we're losing when we reject aspects of ourselves. And we also lose our adaptability and our ability to participate in an ever-changing world in a relaxed, flowing way. We lose our groundedness also. These are all a very high price to pay to have a specific identity that we inhabit in a world that continually tries to control us. Identity has been one way that we have created control in the human world, and this is our second topic. When we assign identity, we get a kind of order. The problem lies in the reality that the natural world is not designed to mirror our imposed narratives about identity. Every creature in nature, of course, has a place in the scheme of things. There is a difference in the way nature does this and we do this. Animals, let's take a cat, for instance, is an animal first and then has the function of its species. It is, by virtue of being alive, a part of nature and at home in nature. Its function is simply to do its part. In the human world, we're not so generous towards each other. We have a strong rejection dynamic that makes it hard for people to be and feel accepted, and often we do not. So the first issue is the acceptance of other beings as having a right to be here. Each of us has a right to live, express ourselves, and thrive along with everyone else. What we have done is deny that and created hierarchies where the lives of some are valued more than others. These status arrangements cause great pain for people whose well-being is devalued, and also a loss because we give up the talents and wisdom of the people that are deemed different in some way. Hierarchy creates huge distortions in how we assign value, merit, and resources, and causes a lot of pain for so many people. Now, if hierarchies meant that wisdom prevailed in the leaders of our societies, that would be great. It would make sense. However, as we can all see, wisdom is not what we're getting, because if it were, then we would have started working on environmental issues a long, long time ago. Hierarchies that protect status and insulate members so that they can transfer risk and responsibility to those who are lower ranked do not serve the common good, and therefore do not serve the well-being of the people. Too often we see that excesses of the hierarchically privileged cause a lot of damage to the strength and resilience of our communities and our natural resources, and as a result, harm the trust that makes human cooperation possible. Unfortunately, this brings us to our third source of pain, the denial of reality, which, when prevalent, makes it difficult and even impossible to solve our problems. Reality is our friend, really. Our connection with reality is how we can say whether we're grounded or not. What has happened in our rigid hierarchical systems is that reality is not really the consideration in making many of our decisions. The social hierarchy and who gets what and why and who is in or not overrides important reality considerations. Our environmental issues being the obvious manifestation of our refusal to deal with and even acknowledge reality. Reality is not just a figment of our imaginations. There is a physical world that's organized in interdependent and ecological ways to serve the aliveness of this earth, which also supports the aliveness of all humans on this earth. So when we treat this amazing support for our lives with so much disrespect as long as we have, we're shooting ourselves in the foot, because the natural world is an interdependent one. When we mess with one species, we affect all of the species that depend on it doing its part. We now hear of various species starving because of the disruption in natural migration patterns and the loss of food sources they've depended on for eons. We're hurting nature and ourselves. And unfortunately, when you destroy interdependence, you cannot easily restore it because many factors go into creating a healthy ecology. So that's a lot of pain we're creating by how we're organized and how we're operating. So what's the key to ending the pain? Well, one of the most important things that we can do, all of us, is to minimize unnecessary pain now and in the future by becoming very grounded in the reality of the natural world so that we work with it rather than against it. We will gain so much when we do. We will connect with the physical realities of the world and the ever-changing nature of things so we can turn change into our friend rather than treat it like the enemy it is not. We will discover that having our feet solidly on the ground means we don't need to get stuck in social competitions that drain us. We can simply work together to make our world a beautiful one for everyone. We can disband with the rejection games or Hunger Games dynamics that hurt so many people unnecessarily. What a waste of time, energy, resources, and talent. What would happen if we put all that energy and attention into healing the earth and our people? We can welcome all aspects of ourselves and realize how strong and complete we are and use that to make working together easier for everyone. Life now does not have to be as painful as we have made it. All of the social competition and rejection in our cultures are harmful and counterproductive. And when we shed these false ideas about how life has to be and who we can free ourselves for the nourishing and delightful world that we deserve. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed learning more about how joy can transform your life. If you found the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and loved ones and anyone else that you think might benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on the transformative power of joy. I'll be back soon to give you more information about how joy as a practice and compass can transform your life. Stay well and joyful until then, and thank you for watching.